Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU, the mighty mix spammer. You asked for it and you got it. Some more Heroes, Might and Magic Heroes 6 multiplayer gameplay. And unfortunately I could only grant you this gameplay, but I could not fulfill your secondary wish, which was next time try and have a little bit more balanced battle when you are when your troops are not severely outnumbering the enemy. And unfortunately, turns out I don't really want to say it. Okay, I do want to say it. It turns out I'm a little bit better than Gameslayer could even dream to be. And I completely own him without even ever meeting him in a battle before. I mean, scouting parties fighting each other with a group of 3 malwares and 2 countries doesn't really count now, does it? So yeah, this is my army. You can already tell it's relatively nice. It really is. I am level capped. I'm gonna talk about this a little bit more in a second. And this is his army. Threat level low. What on earth? Well, it might or may not be because I have 6 cities. He only has 2. I have no idea how could he be so bad that he never got more than 2 cities? I just flame you here all the way across the sky. I'm sorry guys, I love you, but I just so pulled you this time. So anyway, it is going to be hopefully a decent-ish battle. This time he can't complain that he didn't have time to prepare, because he did all this time, all the 7 weeks, no, excuse me, 7 days, 3 weeks and 4 months. He had time to prepare. We never did end up fighting AI. We actually never saw the AI. I mean, I did because I have a scout over here per se. But aside from that, we never saw the AI at all. And yeah, wait a minute, oh, there we are. So, he cannot say that he lost a battle, his army fighting somebody else. He hasn't been able to amass his armies, as simple as that. Now, you may notice that there are 2 hordes of Spring Spirits, the upgraded ones. Don't worry, it's just Ubisoft being extraordinarily lazy. One of those stacks is indeed Spring Spirits, the upgraded ones, I forgot their names. The other one, however, are Water Elementals. They have the same icon because Ubisoft is lazy. Same goes for the model and the animations and the everything because Ubisoft is lazy. Excuse me, not Ubisoft. Ubisoft is not lazy, but the Black Hole was. Then again, it might have just been pressed by Ubisoft to be lazy because they wanted to get the game fast enough. But anyway, let's not talk about this. As you can clearly see, I completely outnumbered my opponent. He doesn't have all his units in here, and as you can see, the week is about to end, so he is gonna have some units after this battle that I'm no doubt gonna win. But I just have no idea if the next battle we're gonna have is going to be worthy of recording or not. I guess we're gonna see this, but to be quite honest, I'm not so sure about that at all. We'll see. I could of course wait one more day to let him get a little bit more units, but I wanna win! I really do. I think maybe for the sake of you guys, I'll actually let him recruit a little bit more creatures. Or not, we'll see in a second, because I'm not gonna engage him just yet. I have food to eat, he may be too. And we're gonna fight in about an hour or so. So we'll still have got some time before the battle occurs, and I'll think about this issue in the meantime. Also, while this is going on, I'm gonna show you my hero. I decided to go crazy, and I went with a magic barbarian hero. As crazy as it sounds, I'm actually a magician from Barbarian Horde, and I'm a very good guy, or girl, actually. As it seems, because I went for the Tears abilities. Now let's have a quick look. Air Sky, pretty cool, only benefits me from the first 10, but it still gives me quite a bit of benefits. Really useful in the neutral fights, not so much in the town fight, to be quite honest. I don't have a really great ability, but I have so many spells, I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to cast it. But if I do, look at that. Minus 31% less damage is great, and also it would provide me with a cover from the enemy range attacks. It would be amazing. And this, Mother Earth's Blessing, will allow me to avoid probably any bit of damage to all of my units every 5 times, because that's its cooldown. Now, you might be surprised that I have Fate Spinners instead of Crushers. Well, I am still unable to buy all of my Crushers, even though I have so many cities. I just have too many Crushers to buy. And those Fate Spinners I got on like week 2 of the game. And I kept them ever since. They're quite useful, and they still do quite a bit of damage, despite there are only 7 of them. In terms of my artifacts, this one is really neat. If I ever run out of mana, I can use that and just boost my morale to the sky. This one is especially useful because, remember, magic heroes for barbarians do not have prime magic. I cannot increase my mana, regen, or anything related to mana without the use of artifacts. This one helps me a lot. Other artifacts are also useful, but they are not so amazing. I mean, they are kind of amazing, but still. I could use that one, but I want to be able to run away from this battle if I so desire. That said, it's not gonna happen, let's face it. I also have 4 mana potions just in case I need them, and I probably will. Now, in terms of my abilities, let's have a quick look at all of them. Now, unfortunately, I forgot that level 30 is level cap, which is extraordinarily low, I might add. So, I planned to get Defender 2 instead of Pathfinding, which I got on level 30, I might add, which was stupid, but I thought it isn't the max level, oh well. So, I wanted to get more Defender, I didn't, so I only have 1 point in Defender, quite a bit in Auxiliant. This is interesting, because I only got it on like level 23 or something, but even before that, every couple of turns, people ask to join me. So many creatures joined me, it's just ridiculous. I spent a lot of money on creators that offered to join me, and this is also probably the reason why I was able to get so many towns so quickly. Because I had a much bigger army than I would normally be able to amass, because I just kept getting elite or even champion creatures that just offered to join me. For money, yes, but I wasn't able to produce them myself so quickly, so it really increased my battle capabilities by quite a lot. I also got this Diplomat afterwards to make sure that the cost is going to be a little bit lower, but of course after getting Diplomat I barely ever got anybody that offered to join me, and everybody who did, I didn't bother to actually accept the offer. In terms of this realm ability, I don't have anything. Tactics ability, I do have reinforcements too. There's a small chance I will use this in this battle, but I might as well not, but it was really important for me at the beginning of the game, because at the start of the game I had just enough mana for 1 spell, and then I would have to wait like 3 days before casting it again, because I had really sickeningly low mana regen and the amount of mana on top of that. So that's why I got reinforcements. This ability is going to be cool, Siege Master, so that my opponent cannot just wait behind the walls and wait for me to bleed out, and I had to get Siege Master 1 to get that. It's also going to be relatively useful. Tactics, as I said, always important for every faction but Sanctuary. Nothing in the war cries, and in terms of warfare, I wanted to get all of this, but again I forgot that there's a level cap, so I only was able to get Toughness 2 because it's a really amazing ability, 2 points in Archery because I have 4 units that actually attack from the distance, so it's very useful, and Giant Slayer because it's always a good ability to have. In terms of magic though, I focused mostly on light and air magic. Light magic, as you can see, I went for maximum magic power. I got myself this Sunburst, which I really hoped would be more powerful. Unfortunately it isn't, it deals barely any damage even with those upgrades. And it's kind of pathetic. Even the Mass Heal that of course I'm going to save for my units is actually healing or doing more damage than Sunburst, so it is kind of funny. In terms of air magic, I've got maximum on air magic power as well. I've got my Chain Lightning, which is going to be extraordinarily powerful, I might add, against Sanctuary, because all of their units are vulnerable to air magic, and by vulnerable I mean really vulnerable. So I'm gonna do like, I don't know, 3,000 or 4,000 damage. It's quite a lot. Of course I got Thunderclap as well. I'm not sure if this stacks with my hero attack, because my normal hero attack without any magic spells or anything is just a magic attack. So I'm not sure, but if Thunderclap and this magic power upgrade stack with my normal hero attack, it would be great, but I don't know if that is true. And I have, well, I also have Regeneration, got it at the start of the game, never really used it ever again. And I also have a Puppet Master ability. It's gonna be pretty cool, I imagine. At least I hope it will be. And that's about it. Of course, I have Blood Rage level 4, which is quite sick. Really sick. And that's about it. In terms of my secondary hero, that's his items. First of all, I got the Chest of Endless Gold in week 1. Yes, week 1. No, actually it was week 2, but at the beginning. I don't remember all too well, it has been a while. But I got really early on, which helped me a lot. I also have 3 items from the set of the Legion, which increases my creature dwellings production by quite a lot, as you might see. Also, those are some of the units I got over the years. I got a lot of Sun Raiders, much more demented and maniacs than that, trust me, but most of them died in the meantime. And the ones that didn't, and I didn't want to have in my army anymore, I just gave to my secondary hero because hey, why not? That's about all I care to say about this guy. And in terms of my cities, well, they are obviously fully upgraded. At least this one is. Others are not so much. By the way, this town screen is awesome. I'm totally in love with this one. This one I have nothing to say against. Even the animations level, you know what? I actually think it is good enough. I believe what really put me off in the previous, my previous run in town screens was not really the amount of animations, because it was always relatively slow, but the fact that I really didn't like the aesthetic per se. It seemed really lazy, but maybe it was just for the Haven and Necropolis town, because as I saw, the Inferno and the Ox town is pretty good, especially the Ox town. Okay, I know I didn't want to click you. Go away. So there's one of my town. By the way, the area around this town is beautiful, and I really wish I was able to show you the fights on this ground, because I have never actually seen the battlegrounds on this area before, ever in my Hero 6 experience. But those are battles that are played in the gardens, mostly at night, and this looks sickeningly awesome. I wish I could show you that, but unfortunately I can't. This is my nearby area, and so on and so forth. Nothing really too important to show you. This is my secondary town. I got it in the beginning of a second month, I believe. Earlier than Gameslayer did, that's important thingy. And then I just kept going on. Got my third town relatively soon as well. And there's a funny thing. I wanted to find Gameslayer right away to already have some encounters, but I didn't notice that there's actually a path here. Because of this block of rock, I thought there's a mountain actually, and I thought that this area over here is just impenetrable, so I didn't even bother going in here. So I didn't even know that it is actually possible to go to Gameslayer through here. So instead I kept exploring, got all this desert area, and got another town over here, and then got another town over here. This is at the point, more or less, when I got this town, I noticed that it is actually possible to go through here to reach Gameslayer, which is kinda funny. And that's about it. Oh, I also have one more town over here. That is pretty well hidden, to be quite honest. And shrimps! I like my shrimps. I'm sorry, I just had to say that. And also there's this area, and the elemental conflicts that I never really discovered, but the Gameslayer did, and he had a good use of it, because apparently, from the beginning of the game, those elementals like stockpiled on each other without anybody even controlling the conflicts. So that's why he was able to buy so many of them in a single turn, because all those elementals he bought in a single turn. Alright, that was an unnecessary long intro, but I felt like it is actually, well, necessary, as crazy as it sounds. So I believe I'm gonna pause here, and we're gonna be right back with you with a giant battle that I'll crush my enemy with. See you in a moment. Alright, this is the moment, ladies and gentlemen, and my heart is beating very, very fast. I'm sorry I clicked, I needed to make sure that I am indeed recording. Just forgot to show you how much gold per day I'm actually making. I thought it's kinda an amusing fact. Whew. Actually, I shouldn't be so worried. I did let my opponent get some more units. As you can see, he's got way more of the Yuzuki Omas, whatever they're called, and I'm pretty sure, well, technically speaking, he should have gotten more of everything, but we'll see what exactly did he get. I'm waiting a little bit to make sure that there will be no lag, because sometimes when I come back to this game from Alt Tab, there is momentary lag, so I'm just making sure that there is indeed none. Just making sure that that I still have my strategy in head, which is quite important, as you might imagine. Okay, let's go for it! I'm so excited! I shouldn't be, because it's even more one-sided than it was before, this battle I mean. But, you know, I can be excited if I want to. Alrighty then. How am I going to set my units? Because the computer was not kind enough to remember my setup, which is annoying. So I'm gonna try and set them up in the same way I set them up before. So, big guys in front of the gate, obviously. If I ever need to break through it, they will be the ones that will do this the fastest for me. You stay here, because those guys, Dreamweavers, are good not only in distance offense but also in close combat, because they are very, very tough and deal a big amount of damage, which is very nice indeed. And I think this is, oh yeah, almost forgot the copies. Oops, that would have been bad. That really would have been bad. And let's go for it. I'm ready. Let's see. Well, he's not ready. He's still arranging his armies. But that's not a problem. We can watch flowers as they blossom in a beautiful circle of life. And there we go. So damage dealt to him already because of my ability. I wonder what he fixed right now. Probably hacks. No, not really, but I just cannot wait to watch his videocast. His reactions and all of this stuff. It will be awesome, great, epic, incredible, and fun. Most of all, fun. So he started off by... He has Puppet Master too? Come on! No! I was planning to use Puppet Master. How did he get Puppet Master anyway? Oh, I guess he's got the ability. Okay, wait a minute. Did he do anything actually? Nope. He just made me lose a lot of Panther warriors, but aside from that, nothing happened, which was quite ridiculous. Alright, now let me think about my calls of action. Because I've been thinking about two possibilities. One, start with this bad boy, so it already begins recharging, and I take less damage in this turn. The other one was over here. But as I can see, there's no way in a million years I would actually be able to block the air elementals, and they are the ones that I'm most worried about. So wait, I will see how maybe he'll put his power processors or something else in the tower, then I'll have clear access to air elementals, be able to take them out. So let us start by the blessing of our Mother Nature. That was a pretty bad voice, but who cares? And now I have a stockpile of units. No, well, extra 55 centers on all of this. Face spinners I'll still have 7 because they do not belong to Mother Nature, but who cares? Okay, who I am mostly worried about. Power Priestesses, they deal quite a bit of damage. Yukioma, they deal even more damage. Water Elemental not care, Air Elemental not care. So I guess I should really make sure that Yukiomas are dead. So that's precisely what I'm gonna do. Thank you. Dealt almost no damage whatsoever, that's nice and classy, I guess. You, dear sir, you need to get close to the wall so that you can actually be useful relatively soon. I should have used my Blood Rage to make sure that my initiative would be better and I would be able to use my Wheel Remover's ability already, but I was stupid and didn't do so. Okay, whatever damage Gameslayer is going to deal to me now is actually non-important at all because it is going to only affect the units that I just summoned with my Mother Nature blessings, which, yeah, doesn't matter at all. Which is quite cool. So I'm just gonna keep trying to kill those Yukiomas. And, oh, I have another 10, that's pretty nice. Of course, my goblins are not especially strong as you might imagine. They are goblins after all, but it's not so bad. The one thing I kind of dislike about this map is the fact that it is kind of difficult to see all units at once. For example, this tree right now makes it almost impossible to see the water elementals and all. Kind of bad. Okay, so I could continue attacking Yukiomas. I could try and breach the gates. Thing is, in the gates there will be a 300 situation with his Kenshis. I do not want one bit for that to happen, because he's got quite a bit of abilities that will actually allow... Four Warriors is one that all Kenshis have, but also his hero has an ability that allows him to give even more attacks to Kenshis. So blocking this doorway with his Kenshis would make sure that I am pretty much dead. That even though I have superior numbers to his, I'm still just going to do this. Thank you very much. Oh, and another attack. Why not? Wow, how many of those are dead already? 66! Poor Gameslayer, I kinda do feel sorry for him. I actually not kinda feel sorry for him, I really feel sorry for him. And he still didn't manage to do any damage to me whatsoever. I still have more units than I could... Actually, I don't? This buff already went away so quickly? Wait a minute, a whole turn hasn't passed. I guess it only counts the turn of a specific unit, not the end of the turn per se. So that changes quite a bit and I don't like it one bit. Fortunately, I will now be able to do tremendous amount of damage via the use of my Dream Weavers. And also I have no idea why Gameslayer doesn't learn on his mistakes and put his creatures into the tower. Having those girls in the tower before I started attacking them would be so helpful for him. But he decided to go the stupid way, unfortunately. Like, he could really benefit if he actually had done something a little bit better. I'm trying to position the camera in a perfect way. I'll probably keep trying till the end of the game, but it's rather difficult. I think it is okay. You can barely see my top units, but at least you can see some more of the battlefield overall. As you can see, my blood rage has reached level 4. You cannot see that because the bar will only move once my turn is actually in progress, per se. So now Gameslayer is deciding what spell does he want to use. And pressed attack on air elemental, that's not gonna be good, not at all. And he's gonna have turn before me because his initiative is far superior to mine, annoyingly enough. So I'll take a significant amount of damage. Oh, and he's got high morale too. OMG, no! All the inhumanity. Oh, actually, I forgot my Dreamweavers are awesome. There we go. OMG, I am so overpowered for this battle. So why not just go all in? Blood rage level 4. Thank you very much. So that's one thing I went for. Now the other I want to go for is... I do have quite a big stockpile of spell skill that I need to remember about. But first of all, I think I want to make sure that those girls cannot actually fire their missiles away. This is their top damage, this is their top damage, so right now one is more dangerous than the other. So, remember how Gameslayer summoned his Phoenix? I am actually friends with Asha, so I'm gonna do this differently. Yo, Asha dog! I wanna hear some more Phoenix! Why don't you give them to me? Come on, Asha! I know you wanna give me some Phoenix. Oh, yes, dear. Here, have 3 of them. Is that enough? That would be dog. I'm gonna hit a lick of brick and ham on it. Sorry, I do like Jesse Cox. Alrighty. So that was my version of summoning a Phoenix. Far superior to the Gameslayers, in my honest opinion. Oh, and I have high morale as well. I don't think they will be able to actually kill all of my Phoenix in a single turn, so nope. But my Dreamweavers will be actually able to do incredible amount of damage. As you can see, with the retaliation, those Power Priestesses lost 60 of them died simply because they retaliated because of my Dreamweaver ability. That's what you get, Gameslayer, for not putting your Power Priestesses in the tower. You'll never learn. Ever. Sorry, I just had to say that. It's kinda obvious mistake. You have to admit it for yourself. Okay, you say you can't move. Okay. That's annoying. Now those Power Priestesses, they will use a regeneration. That's the only sensible thing to do now. Yep, they use it on themselves though, and... I mean, it's okay. Not sure if I would do the same, but I have nothing against this decision. I don't think there is actually a good decision in the situation he's at right now. It's already pretty bad. And his units keep dying whenever he makes an action. This is very funny. He should actually maybe go ahead between the field with his canciers or something, because the longer he stays in the city walls, the more punishment he's gonna get. Like that. Oh yes, I do have a sick amount of luck, just in case you haven't noticed. Okay, now I can make an even stronger bond of Father Sky, no, Mother Earth, that is going to damage somebody by quite a bit. Maybe Kenshis or Sacred Cairns. I'll use that on Sacred Cairns because, hey, why not? It doesn't affect their movement because I'm pretty sure they have an ability that counters the movement penalty, but still it's going to be fairly effective, I believe. I need to remember to resurrect this Phoenix, but I think I will not be able to do so, unfortunately. I can kill those Yukiomas. If I have luck, I will not. Nope, as usual, when you need luck, you don't get it. When you don't need it, you have it. But that's just normal, I would say. So far I lost quite a bit of units in this battle, but nowhere near now close to what my enemy lost. Oh, congratulations, you killed a Phoenix! Yo, Asha Dark, I'm just being Dark. I cannot actually even speak English in this accent. I should ask Asha to learn me, to teach me English. Yeah, there we go, that's the proper word. And I lost 59 of those. I'm almost annoyed. But not quite. Okay, my blood rage has recharged again. It seems like it will recharge at the beginning of every turn, no problemo. Which is always a nice thing to know. And he just used the Honor 4 ability. What does it give him exactly? Yes, shield effect, I know about that. My defense, maximum health. I'm not sure, actually, what it gave me precisely. What it gave him. I mean, I know what it did give him is the same ability that he had on level 3. I just didn't notice what is the difference between level 3 and 4. But anyway, blood buff, or actually blood rate 4. Thank you very much. You can do 4s, I can do 4s, we can all do 4. And I was saving this thingy for Kenshi's, but Kenshi's 10 is not quite here, so I might as well wait. Of course, I'm also very tempted to use this ability, which I'm saving, which will be pretty sick. I can also use that. I can heal all of my units, which is important. And I can teleport some of my units beyond the city walls, which would be pretty cool. I could use this spell. There's so many spells I want to use, but unfortunately I can only use one at once. So I will wait with casting a spell and instead just do this. Hi. And now I also have another 10, which is okay. 9 Sacred Kyrians and 1 will die. Well, why not? And I didn't even retaliate because I have the blood rate level 4. Oh yeah. Okay, you sir, you need to do something so that no matter what I do with the center, the Kyrians are actually preventing me from attacking at distance, because if I walk over this field of Kyrian power, I lose my move, which is pretty significant. So I might as well just attack the Kyrians. Hi! That's rather an unconventional thing to do, but it's not like there's much else I could do. So, who are you going to attack? Kyrians? There are still 7 left, and I would kill quite a lot of them. Mizukamis reflect damage, so I don't like them. Those are water elementals, but I cannot reach them. I could attack Kenshi, but I want to might control them, so I will not do so yet. Purple Resistors, I think they'll die quite soon anyway, so I will deal with the Kyrians because they are indeed blocking my Centaurs. It's not like it matters anyway, really, because, let's be quite honest, Gameslayer is the idiot. By the way, is he wearing clothes this time? Yep, he is. Actually, I would say that he's wearing more than he needs to. Come on. This man just doesn't know the proper balance. He either is completely naked, which I don't like because he tells too much about our relationship. I didn't want to say that. Or he's actually so overly clothed, because that's a word, that he is probably going to get sick from the amount of clothes he's got on him. Whatever. Yukioma, you just die. Might as well make sure that she is that. Oh, actually have additional move. Well, why not? I'm gonna kill the Kyrians too. Okay, you say you have high morale. The problem is, if I go to the gate, you'll probably just walk, yep, straight through this path. Not cool, brosov. Not cool. I could kill the Kyrian, but it's such a waste. It will die by itself anyway because of my Dreamweaver's ability. So I'll just use attack the Mizukami because they reflect damage, and because of that they are the most scary unit that the enemy has. Alright, Dreamweaver, unable to do a thing, but destroying the siege gate, which I guess I could do. I would also get close to Mizukami's area. They will actually, if Gameslayer wants to attack, he can just do that, because passing through this field will give him an additional 10. Oh wait. Let's see what he does with his Mizukami. I hope he doesn't have an ability that somehow speeds up his... Oh, actually that was a water elemental, never mind. Speeds up his initiative, but he doesn't, so I can still mind control the Kenshi, no problemo. Oh, by the way, die. Thank you very much. And now, Puppet Master him. Oh, I'm sorry. I like this game. Because I'm so much better than Gameslayer, apparently. It feels bad to say that, but oh well. Mizukami, it seems you have met your demise, and the demise that I named be me. Actually, it wasn't nearly as effective as I hoped it would be, but I'm okay with that. Okay, the Cyclops throw his big giant rock. I'm okay with that. And now the Kenshi has a turn, but he cannot reach by Dreamweavers because the Mizukamis are in the way, which is quite hilarious, as you might imagine. Reinforcements, okay, that is going to be quite effective. It actually made him, per se, recover in a very big amount. Even a very big amount, that's not proper English. Fortunately, I have something to counter that. Hi there. And it was less effective than I hoped for it to be, actually. Oh well! Doesn't matter all that much, now does it? Wait, please. You do, sir. Oh, it's gonna hurt. It is so gonna hurt. Hi there, Pale Princesses. That's what you get for not being in a tower! I do not get... Am I recording? Yes, I am. I just had to check it. But I seriously do not get why Gameslayer never puts his troops into a tower. You cannot do that in tactics phase, but he should do that in his first move after the tactics phase. And he didn't. I completely do not get it. Not one bit. Okay, almost managed to kill them off. Not quite, but it was close enough. So let's kill them completely. I actually should have used trap in front of the Kenshis, but oh well. I might as well kill the water elementals. Why did he use magic? I'm pretty sure... Oh wait, he did use magic abilities of the water elementals. I just missed it. Okay, he's gonna regenerate a very small portion of his Kenshis health. That's okay. Now I'm gonna cast EKS on him, because that's okay with me. And I'm also gonna attack his Spell Priestesses so that they die completely in the next turn. This is such a bloodbath. It's... I wanted to say it's not even funny, but it actually is hilarious. And I think I will not even have chance to heal my units because all his Kenshis will die now. Not quite, fortunately, which means... And I have better turn too. Great! This means that I will actually be able to heal my units before the end of this battle, which is very, very helpful indeed. So how about we do just that? Now, this way I'll heal everything a bit. Some units will be fully healed, some will not. If I have... However, I could focus on a single unit. Panther Warriors I lost a lot of, and I would love to see them teleporting somewhere. And maybe, just maybe, the enemy will be able to stand his ground in his next castle. I don't think this will be the guys, but assume it is. I'm gonna focus on... It's only 13 though. That's 13, and heal mass is 4. But I'll also heal a lot of other units. I'll use mass heal. Alrighty then. Now you, dear sir, my dear opponent. I probably cannot actually read him, can I? That was strange. I could, but at the same time I could not. But oh well, he dies now. With a lucky strike, no less. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. PANCZASU still unbeatable. Which makes me kinda happy. I lost a lot of Panther Warriors, so that's one thing my enemy has achieved, but if he just wanted to whittle me down and to kill as many of my units as possible, he didn't manage to do that, just simply said. He still has his Kappas and Shankas because he didn't bring it into this battle, but quite honestly, all the Kappas and Shankas in the world will not be good enough to save him. And you know what I'm very surprised he didn't get? Oh, this is really great, wow! This is, so he's got some pretty sick artifacts. Bounty Hunter too. You know what I'm very surprised about? Maybe he did get it, he simply didn't have time to use it because I killed him quite quickly, but there's... Oh, actually I cannot show it because I don't have Prime Magic, but he does. And there's this spell on the Prime Magic that says drain mana and it will drain 25 or maybe even 50% of my max mana. Like literally. This would force me to use mana potions, and overall would be extremely effective in the fight against my hero. Maybe he does have it, he simply didn't have time to use it. Maybe he didn't. Still, it doesn't matter all that much. Okay, this is a time skin I don't like all that much, because honestly, those structures look kinda... nope. This is a place when you recruit Kenshis, come on, you could have done something better. And waterfalls, some of them are animated, some of them are not. That's the new town screens. So I guess the new town screens are pretty good when you look at them from the side of Orcs or Inferno. Those ones I love. But for every single other faction, I kinda really dislike. What can you do though? You can convert this town, no you cannot. But anyway, that's it for me and my cast. We might record our final battle, but to be quite honest, I remember how it went last time. It was pretty pathetic and was even more one-sided than this battle. So in this case, it will be probably even worse. I don't know how possible that is, but apparently it is. So I'm not gonna do so probably, unless we get somehow a ridiculously big amount of troops, I'm not gonna discuss anything else. So let me say my outro. It was PANCZASU, the Mighty Mix Spammer. If you somehow managed to enjoy my videos, then please, by all means, like it and maybe even subscribe to my channel. But most of all, leave a comment saying if you enjoyed this or not, what are your thoughts, opinions, yada 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 yada, all this stuff. I love reading those things. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you online.